Hi everyone. So I hope you all are doing good. We will be just waiting for a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and then we can start with our session today. It's a very interesting and a very sensitive topic to discuss about. So we will just wait for just 2 or 3 minutes. So we will be taking up this topic, as you must have seen in the headings or the picture as well, that we will be talking about our dad's health, father's health as well. So people who start joining, please do drop a message. You can let me know. You can say hi with your name so that we can address. You can start introducing yourself with just a hi and your name. So fathers are really someone who protect us and who gives us the feeling of security. But they do need a lot of support from their family members, especially if their children are in support of them. Uh, Parents as a whole, definitely, but we are talking about fathers in specific today. But the support that we give them is really very important to them. So that's how we will be talking about, and how it can have positive impact on their health will be our concern. Hi Anshul. Hello. So I think we can start in just a minute more. We will just wait for a minute or so, and then we can start. Hello Taruna. Hi Kamlesh. Anyone, if you do get any questions during our sessions, please feel free to drop in a message on the message box, notification box, so we can address to the questions as well. Hello, Shikha. Hi, Vedant. So I think we are good to start. We will begin with our session today. Hi, everyone. Myself, Narita, and I'm the senior nutritionist at Happily Fit. And today we have joined here today for a very sensitive and a special topic, which is about our father's health. So you all are knowing that this coming Sunday, which is on 21st, there's this worldwide celebrated Father's Day, which we all celebrate. Many of you might be already preparing for certain gifts or something that you might be giving out to your fathers. But the best thing that we can give to our fathers are always a health and supporting them to be staying healthy. Fathers usually they do not show up that if they do need any support, be it mentally or maybe just a motivation, do they need it, they don't usually show up. But we as children, if we are trying to be as in support with them, that's always great. because it matters a lot when their children stand in support to them. So we will be covering 5 important topics today on how we can take care about our father's health. So, as per research, men are usually found to be more prone to cardiac issues or heart diseases, you can say, as compared to women. So, it's very, very important that men take care of their health, specifically their cardiac health, which is related to a lot of other things, lot of lifestyle issues that they have in their daily life that is related to it. And that's something that every father, every man should be taking care of from a very early stage. So let's see how as children you all can do your part to make your to keep your father healthy for a longer time and stay healthy. So first, uh, eating healthy is very important. Second, taking care of physical activity, being physically active. Third, spending quality time with them. Fourth will be you being a role model, you being a motivator to your father. And fifth is doing routine checkups or routine blood tests. So let's see in detail about each of this aspect and understand what we can do better when we want to help our fathers to stay healthy and we want to keep them healthy for a longer time. So, first, to begin with, which is very, very important, is healthy eating habits. So, what you as a child or as a kid can do to keep your father eat healthy. Take care that they are starting well with their day. Starting their day well is very, very important. If they have a good breakfast, if they have a kickstart to their day, they are bound to have a much healthier eating pattern throughout the day, which is a very important thing. Second, try to include or ask them that they should be having, if they had their share of fruit and dry fruits, that is some healthy snacking in between. Are they doing it? So what you can do as a child is you can tell them or ask them to carry one fruit or keep some dry fruits in a box full in their office. Now, because of the lockdown, if they are not going to the office, you can do that at home. Try to give them or offer them a fruit or maybe handful of dry fruits. When you have it, you can offer the same to your father as well. Make sure you do that. Then it will be about tea. So tea or coffee is something which we see our fathers when they are working or when they are in the office or even when they are in house right now working from home. They usually tend to have more cups of tea or coffee because they think that that is going to focus, that is going to keep them focused for their work, stress relief, and also cut out the hunger at times. So how do you take care that do take care that they are not indulging into more than 2 cups of tea or coffee throughout the day. If they are doing that, you can ask them to that, please don't have it, or you can reduce the quantity. If you can yourself be pushing them to not do that. Also, it's very important to take care of their water intake. We always see that our fathers usually forget because of their work pressure or the stress that they are going through or whatever the regular routine that they have. They do not usually indulge into proper water or having proper amount of water. So always push your father to carry one bottle with them when they are leaving for the office, or now if they are working from home, you can keep a water bottle in front of them on the desk or just offer them a bottle of water whenever you feel thirsty. So they have a set pattern for themselves. These are the very small little things you can do to make their eating habit better. Now, second is about physical activity. So how do you make sure that your father is being physically active throughout the day? So first, you can definitely indulge into some activity, regular exercise activity along with your dad. So even if they are working from home or they are in the office, going to the office, you can take out some 45 minutes of your day to start exercising with your dad. Make sure that they are also doing it and you are definitely also doing it, so it's a combined thing. And you can always set for some healthy competitions at home, like how many push-ups you could do, or how many pranayams you could do. So something like that, wherein you are doing a healthy competition with your dad. Then try to install some applications in their mobiles, in their phones, wherein they can track their step counts. You can directly do that. Don't wait for your father to install. You can just tell them and install application in their phones, so that they know, or they are keeping a track of how many steps they do cover throughout the day. Then also, you always indulge them or push them to take the stairs instead of taking the lift. If they are going for 2 to 3 steps, 2 to 3 floors, they can always take stairs instead of lift. And also, always make them, or always remind them, that they should be getting up. And if they're sitting for around 1 hour or more than 1 hour at a stretch, you always push them to get up, move around. Or if they're taking a call with any client or any official things, ask them to take the call while moving around. In that way, their posture will change, and that will always have an effect on their overall health. So these are the small basic things that you can do to make sure your father is indulging into more and more physical activity, which will in turn have a very good effect on their overall health and also their cardiac health. Then coming to spending some quality time with your father. We usually miss out this busy routine and busy schedule of each and every person or each and every family member. We usually miss out on certain things wherein we spend quality time with our family. Try to indulge into spending good conversations, spending time into good conversations with your dad, with your parents as a whole. But definitely have some heart to heart conversations. Make a friendly environment. It's not just your father or your parents who can give you a friendly environment in the house. It's also you. It depends how the kids share their thoughts or their daily whatever their daily routine was with their parents. If they're sharing it, definitely it opens for a friendly atmosphere and they can have one-to-one conversation. It has a very positive effect on the stress level. The stress level goes down, which again is going to take care of their health as a whole. Then you can now sit down together when you're watching a movie. Do not go for, usually these days it's a culture in the house that all the three people are watching all three different things and they are not having any time spent together. If you're watching a movie, watch something wherein we can also we can spend time together with the family. You can watch together with your dad. You can watch few matches if you share same interests, or you can watch some movies along with your dad, along with your parents. You can also indulge into some activities, such as maybe gardening is something which you can indulge into with your dad. You can also indulge into some healthy cooking. So you can try to do some healthy cooking, like maybe um, salads, or doing certain things, easy to do, easy to cook items which you can do, which you can start doing with your father. And you will also give some spare time to your mom. So this helps both of them, and this helps the family as a whole to be in sync, and they are all having a very positive conversation amongst themselves. It's something which relieves the stress a lot. Then the fourth point is about being a support system to your parents, to your father. As I mentioned earlier, our fathers do not usually call for, or they do not usually show us if they need any support mentally, or if they need a shoulder for anything to discuss. But as a human being, they also need certain support. And if that is coming from their children, Nothing more than that. You can always try to give them a shoulder to discuss things, whatever they have in their mind or anything. Give them a shoulder. You play a role model. So whatever you're trying to do, the above mentioned things that we talked about, which is about healthy eating or doing being physically active, all of this you also need to start inculcating in your daily life so that you be a role model. It can be the other way around. We always take our parents as the role model, but sometimes we can also, the kids or the child can also be a role model to the parents, and it will definitely affect them positively. They love to see or learn anything from their children. So try to do that. Try to indulge into good things. Do not indulge into bad habits that gives a lot of stress. Bad habits like smoking, drinking, or maybe anywhere which is not something which your father will like. Try to not do them as much as possible. First of all, it's good for your health. Secondly, your father will not be stressed out, your parents will not be stressed out. You will be giving them a motivation, a boost, a stable mindset. Basically, you will be giving them a healthy life and stress free life, actually. And also, what you can do is you can, as a role model, as a motivator, if it's very normal for anyone, if you're trying to start with a routine, you're trying to start with a regime, it happens with people that they fall out of the regime. So there should be always someone who boost up the metabolism, so boost up the the energy or the overall that they are going through, so you can boost that up. You as children, you can do that. So if they are falling out, you can motivate them. You can ask them that you could not do your exercises yesterday, so let's start doing it today. So it's okay if you missed it yesterday, but we should be back on track from today onwards. So you need to be a motivator to your parents. You need to be a role model to your parents and your dad. And also, do not make them stress out for any demands or anything. Many a times it does happen that children do demand a lot of things. Children do demand for a lot of things from their dad, and as a dad they go into stress, and they do not, if they are not able to cope up, or if they are not able to provide whatever their child is demanding for, then it makes them even more stressful. Try not doing that. It is your parents, your father will always give you the best of whatever he can do for you. Please try to always put yourself in your father's shoes and then think about it. Last but not the least, which is a very important thing, is you get your father tested routinely. So what you can do is you can set reminders. So just a thumb rule which you can follow: if your father is above 30 years of age, then 6 months, like average, on an average every 6 months, he should be doing full body health checkup. And if he is above 40 years of age, then every 3 months would be a good option. Full body checkup, these days you get a lot of laboratories which do home blood checkups. You don't have to do anything. You can just give a call and ask for your dad's time, when on which day he's free to give the blood sample, and you yourself can arrange for such pickups, blood test pickups. You don't have to really depend on your dad for that. You can do that for your dad, and this makes them aware if there is any problem in the health or anything which needs to be taken care of from the health point of view. So these are the very common and very effortless things that you can do to keep your father healthy and to age them in a healthy way. We oftentimes we forget that when we grow old, our parents also start aging. So it's very important that we take care of these small little things throughout their life, and we as children, we play a very big responsibility to take care of our father, of our mother as well. And definitely you can do that for them. So, to in a nutshell, if we say, so what we all need to do is, we can always, like, you can set up a routine for your father. Try to set up a routine. Try to stick a routine. You can, just list down some pointers. Make it something creative. You can do that this Father's Day. Instead of giving him some gift anything that you might be planning. Along with that, you can make DIY, like you can make a DIY list, and you can jot down what all things he need to take care of. Stick it in front of wherever he's working, or in the backside of the laptop, or on the wall where his study table or work table is located. You can stick it there. Your father should remember that you care for him, and also it's very important for him to take care of his health. So you can just jot down these points: that did you had your fruit, did you have a glass of water. If you're seeing this, then you can just go and have few nuts. Walk around through the house, and don't forget that you need to take stairs the next time you go. So such small simple tips, you can write it down, and you can stick it in front of him, and he will remember, he will know that his son or daughter cares about him. So these are the small simple things that you can do. Anyone having questions, we can please get it so we can take them. Anything related to your health, your father's health, anything that you can want to ask, please do mention. So in a nutshell, if we see what we all need to do for our parents or our father this Father's Day, if you have not been doing it earlier, then make sure they are eating healthy. Take care of these small little things, that they start their day well. Then they have a fruit, they have few handful of nuts. Whenever they are going somewhere, whenever they are on a go, they are traveling or something, they have few nuts and all with them. You can take care of that. Then you focus on their physical activity level. Make sure they are not sitting at a stretch for a longer time, and reduce on the screen time, and ask them to move around. Take the stairs as much as possible. Track, put in application, load an application, or download applications into their phone, can which can tell them, or which can tell them how many steps have they taken. So try to do these things. Spend quality time with your parents, spend quality time with your dad. Have heart to heart conversation. Make a friendly environment, so that they can discuss their query, any concerns or anything that they have, they can discuss with you. Spend time in gardening, or listening to music, watching something together, or cooking, and have a good time for the entire family. Make sure you, as a child, as a kid, you're playing a role model. You're not stressing out your dad. You're not making him predisposed to any kind of issues, cardiac issues or heart health issues because of the stress. You can do your part and keep them healthy for a very longer time, and make them stay good, stay with you for a longer time happily. And very importantly, make sure they are doing their tests repeatedly throughout the year. Set alarms, set reminders, and you yourself call the laboratory people to get him tested at home itself. Okay, so I think we have certain questions which we can take. Please share tips with them on what are foods to be must included for healthy heart. Yeah. So like we discussed while talking about healthy eating. So healthy heart is when we are talking about heart health, it's very important that we add the nuts that we spoke about. Handful of nuts, definitely. Good fats can also be included. Good fats, like you can ask your father to have at least 1 teaspoon, 1 to 2 teaspoon of ghee throughout the day instead of more oil. And some fiber, which is important, like I told you about a proper fruit intake. One fruit a day, definitely, you remind him. So these are the 3-4 important things, like good fats from nuts and oil seeds, ghee, and fruits and vegetables. These are very important when it comes to heart health. Okay, can you tell a perfect simple routine? Okay, so simple routine, what we can say is the first routine, the first thing to start your daily routine can be, having a glass full of water, along with few handful of nuts like almonds or walnuts, then having a very healthy and wholesome breakfast. So it can be a normal homemade breakfast, but it is very important for everyone. And definitely, like I mentioned the first point, it's very important to start the day healthy. So try to indulge, try to ask your dad to go for a proper meal that is made at home. Do not skip the breakfast. Even if you see that your father is in a hurry, not able to take the breakfast, push him to carry something with him so that he's not missing out on the first meal. Some fruits, some nuts, that is healthy snacking, which is again very important, so that at one go there's not a big meal, and also that reduces the frequency of tea and coffee intake throughout the day. So that can be one very important thing, that is healthy snacking. Fruits, dry fruits, nuts, these can be something which can be a part of healthy snacking. They can have makhana, chana, you can keep that. Then a proper proper plate of lunch, which will be whatever is made at home. It can be roti, rice, dal, sabzi, khichdi, or any rolls or anything like that which is made at home, some salad, raita, or some chats or buttermilk, everything can be there. And then it can be again evening snack. Please try to always remember that there are no more than 2 cups of tea or coffee throughout the day. That definitely gets a lot of stress on the body. There's a lot of tannin, nutrient absorptions get affected. And then you can put across the dinner again, should be something which is a lighter dinner, should not be a very heavy and a very filling dinner. Try to have an early dinner, and then you can sleep off by after 2 to 3 hours, 2 hours off after the dinner. Some exercises definitely is a must. Okay, so just a second, I'll take up the question. So Kamalpreet Kaur, is water cooled in an earthen pot better to drink than water from refrigerator? Kamalpreet, yes. When we are using earthen, it's definitely out of the topic, but when we are using earthen pot, it is better, because refrigeration, it makes the water very very chilled, which can mimic our thirst. At times we really do not quench the thirst properly, so that's one reason. And secondly, because of very cold temperature, it can harm us in creating more mucus or making us prone to cold and cough. Whereas if it's cooled in the earthen pot, it's a subtle cooling that happens. And definitely if it's a cleaned earthen pot, it puts in certain minerals into the water, which makes it better for consumption. Can you tell okay, we have covered that. Is there things in the food routine which can harm their heart? Of course, if they are having very high sodium content food, like if you see your father having a lot of, like chips or namkeens, whatever. These days, offices do provide them small packages of such chips and namkeens and all. They are high on sodium. They're bad for the heart health. Then if they're having a lot of fried things, if you see that, if you listen to them, or if they talk to you about in the evening in the office, the outside joint of the office, along with the tea they had some samosa or some kachori, which is very frequent, then in that case definitely that will affect the heart health adversely. If you drink coffee, does it have any harm? So I think there was a question. Okay, so Ankit Kansal, 11 to 15 years old, ideal diet chart. See, diet chart, if we talk about, it is something which is very person specific, and it will not be for the general population. And we can always have a very tailor-made diet plan. So you can let us know, you can contact us, we can accordingly figure it out for you. Any other questions? Anything related to the topic? Anything you want to ask for your father's health, or an overall healthy requirement, or overall healthy way how you can make sure that your keeping your dad's health better. Any more questions related to that? See, tea or coffee. Okay, so Prisha, tea or coffee, both are something which is not really healthy. Yes, you can have a little bit of tea and coffee, and also tea, like the tea that we have or the coffee that we have, do not have any antioxidants in them. So, but we boil it or we mix it up with milk and we make it like a proper drink, and that does not have a lot of antioxidants. So, it's not something. That's not something we would try to include in our daily routine, be it tea or coffee. You can have around 1 or 2 cups maximum, but definitely in not very high quantity. Sure. So I will again conclude with whatever we can do. We can start doing for our father this Father's Day, which is just coming in 3 to 4 days. Try to make him aware of how important it is for him to be healthy. Many of the fathers are staying, or they do take care of their health, which is very good. But you as a child can also play a very important role. Take care of their healthy eating habit. Ask them to start their routine, start their day well. Ask them if they had their fruit, nuts, water, if they had a controlled intake of tea or coffee or not. Then you can push them to go for exercises, take stairs as much as they can, install some application to count their steps. And also you can go into, or you can start having some healthy competitions at home, wherein you can have a challenge at home and you can do it in a fun way. Then definitely try to be a support system, a role model for your parents and your father. Make sure if they are falling off their track, you are there to put them back on motivation and put them back on the track. You are definitely helping out. You're definitely putting that effort, so that you're not pressurizing them or demanding a lot of things from them. You're not stressing them out. Have, like, fourth, it will be that you have a very friendly atmosphere, and you have a good quality time spent with your family, with your dad. Definitely spend good time, listen to music, watch something, cook something, or you can do gardening, and you can spend good time with your dad. And do not forget to test him repeatedly. If he forgets, you should be the one who set a reminder and call for tests at home, and take care that your father is staying healthy. So I think it was, yeah, so I think I hope all of you had a good good learning, and you could have certain experiences from this session. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and join us for more such videos. And take care of your health and also of your father's health. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.